What a marvelous God. What a marvelous God. He has done marvelous things for me. What a marvelous God. What a marvelous. He's here to do marvelous things for me. What are impossible? The things that money cannot buy. They are the things that he has done for me. Oh, what my mama cannot do, what my daddy cannot do, he will do it again and again. That's why I call him omnipotent God, reliable. My contraction started at about 2 a.m. in the morning. So then I was staying at my family house. You know, my family, that's in the other video I made about how I lost my late husband. If you've not seen that video, you can scroll down, or I'm going to leave the link on my description box. You can go check the video and you're going to understand where I'm coming from. That is to my new subscriber. So after I lost Obi, it took me 2 weeks to give birth. Yes, after his death, I gave birth 2 weeks after his death. So my contraction started at about 2 a.m. in the morning. And that night, I noticed my son was running temperature. Seriously, he was running temperature, and I couldn't sleep that night. I was just crying, soaking my pillow with tears. But when I noticed my mom is coming, I'll just clean my eyes, because my mom was so at alert then. Like, if she see me not sleeping, it used to pain her, like it used to hurt her. Like, she used to tell my younger sisters then that I should be trying and sleep, that anytime she see me not sleeping in the night, that she knows that I'm crying, that she is also crying in her own room. Then we're both deceiving ourselves. Then when I see her, I just clean my eyes and pretend I'm fine, because I know my mom was not strong then. She was having, my mom has this BP issue that any little things trigger her. So I try my possible best to behave normal where she is. Like, I try my possible best to behave like all is cool where she is. So I never even knew she used to notice me at night, because then I don't used to sleep. I used to be so awake, like so awake, because so that night my son was running temperature, and I had to take water. I gave him paracetamol, and I was dapping his body with cold towel. As the day was breaking, I noticed my contraction was getting more serious and more serious. So I now told my mom that my contraction is becoming more serious than it was earlier. She now said, okay, that early in the morning, as soon as 6 o'clock, that I'm going to go to the hospital, that we are both going to go to the hospital. So I now told her that then who is going to take care of Dominion, that is running temperature, that is so sick? So she now said, and I told her, she now said, what is she going to do? That who is going to take care of Dominion, and me, I'm going to the hospital. Who is going to stay with me in the hospital? So and I told her she should not worry, she should just take my son to the hospital, that his own is more important to me, like he's all I have now, that she should just take him to the hospital and make sure he's fine. So I gave her money that she's going to use in taking him next morning. So as soon as it was 6 o'clock early in the morning, I had to bathe, and I went to the hospital. So when I reached the hospital, I met with my doctor, and immediately my water broke. Immediately I stepped into that hospital. It didn't take up to 30 minutes. My water broke. So when my water broke, I fell into labor, and that was it. I started the real contraction, like the real pain started. So by then I was still alone in the hospital, so with the doctor and the nurses. So when I was there, There's this lady I saw with her husband. She too, she's in labor. Like, I met her there. I met her there that morning. I saw she and her husband. I saw the way she was, now she was contracting and her husband was touching her back. Her husband was rubbing her back, rubbing. I was like, God, look at this couple. Look at this. Small time, when she gets herself, they are going to gist, they will laugh, and small time the pain will come again, the husband. And I was like, God, why me? Why? As in, that thing I saw brought another pain to me. Like, I was like, God, this could have been me. Like, this could have been me. Nobody was there. Nobody was there beside me then. So, and now my mom now called me that morning, that same morning. She now told me that she doesn't know what she's going to do. That she's so stranded that they are trying to run tests on my son, that they're trying to run tests on Dominion, that they are not seeing vein in his body, that is, in fact, that she's not the one here, that she's going to back Dominion and come and meet me, that I need her. And I told her, no, mommy, I need my son too. And this hospital I'm in, they don't treat children. They only treat, the man is a gynecologist and he's into surgery, so he doesn't treat children. So I now told my mom she shouldn't worry, that I've been a strong girl, that I'm still going to cope. Like, I'm used to the hard life. Like, she now said, okay, so let me just fast forward to when the main labor started. I labored for over 20, I labored for almost 23 hours. Then I became so weak. Even the doctor noticed I was so weak because the labor was not progressing. The highest I went was 4 cm, and for service will be up to like 10 cm for the baby to be able to come out. So it wasn't working. It stopped at 4 cm for almost 23 hours. And the doctor was like putting his hand, checking, how painful it can be. At a point, I told the doctor that the doctor even saw it in me. He said, this girl is weak. I don't think that even if this labor come now, that she will be able to push. So and I told the doctor that even that he's not lying, that I'm so weak right now, that if there's anything he can do for me, he should just do and make sure that me and this baby are fine. That I told the doctor that that he should please try his possible best, that my bones, everything, that I'm so weak, that I'm so weak. So the man felt for me, and he told my mom that she's going to sign for an operation that will be carried out on me in the next few minutes. So my mom on my son, my mom had to call my younger sister to come and stay with my son in the hospital where they admitted him. They said he has malaria and typhoid, so they admitted him in that hospital there. But that was not my problem there, because that was not my problem when I was in labor, because when I was in labor I was thinking a whole lot of stuff. Like, I was so scared that what if something happens to me, that who is going to take care of my son, is that how he's going to be called an orphan? I almost lost hope, because my BP was high. In fact, nothing was normal at that point. So they took me to the theater. Immediately took me to the theater. They gave me this anesthesia, the one they gave at the back. Immediately gave me that anesthesia. When they gave me that anesthesia, so I lied down, and all of a sudden I started losing breath, and the doctor has already teared me. He has already teared me, yeah, because that was my second CS then. Yes, because that was my second CS. My first was also a CS, and my second is also a CS. So when I felt that pain, not really pain because I was under anesthesia, I couldn't feel the pain that much, but I know my body has been torn, my tummy has been torn. So when I was in the theater, all of a sudden I started losing breath. I was really gasping for breath. I was like, as I was fighting for my life. The doctor was like, because there were three in that theater room that night. There were three doctors in that theater room that night. Number one is the main doctor, the one carrying out the operation, and one was on my side here, and one was up here, like in my head. So the doctor that was here, the one that gave me the anesthesia, he saw what I was doing, and he was like, Angel, what is wrong with you? Angel, what is wrong with you? I told the man that I couldn't talk. I was like telling him, I can't, and he was like, you can't breathe? He said, yes. I had to use my eye, and because then I was under anesthesia, all my body was frozen. I can't lift even my hand. I can't lift anywhere. I can only roll my eyes. So when I was like telling him, yes, there's that. Yes. He now said, you need to see the commotion that happened there that night. It was not easy. What happened there that night? The main doctor was like, what did you give to that woman? What did you do to that woman? What injection did you give to her? Why is she losing breath? You guys should better take care of this woman, because if anything happens to her, the family will hold you people responsible. If anything happened to this girl just lost her husband and she can't be announced dead. You people should just know what you're going to do. Oh my God. Come and see the doctor that were here. Look at in fact, they were confused. Like, if devil, you see this devil. If devil wants to put a confusion here, the way he used to do it, like, all of a sudden everybody became confused. The doctor was running up and down. The doctor, he would tell me, Angel, don't do this, come back, oh, don't do this. Who will take care of your son? Don't you want to see your baby? Someone was calling my name. In fact, there I was like, God, in me myself, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help myself. I saw myself living my body. When I tell people this, I'm not saying it for you to believe me or for you to feel pity for me, but I'm telling you my story, okay? I am telling you my story. I saw, all of a sudden, I started hearing my mom. My mom was praying. She was calling my name. She was praying, calling my name. Will I say it was my mom's voice that brought me back? Yes. Will I say it was my mom's prayer that brought me back? Because I was hearing her calling my name. She was praying. I was seeing myself being brought inside the casket with my husband. Like, they were doing the same, like they merged our burial the same day. I was seeing myself white coffee where they were bringing in my cups. They were bringing in my husband's cups, and my mother-in-law was crying. My mom was crying. Like, I was like, God, what is happening? Like, is this how people die? Is this how my late husband died? Is this the kind of pain he felt? Like, I was like, God, I couldn't help myself. I couldn't even lift any of my body. I just saw myself living, and the doctors were like doing the next thing. They brought in oxygen. They put oxygen in my nose. The oxygen they even put in my nose was even making me lose more breath. Like, it was making, I don't know if it's not, I don't know. It was making me lose more breath. And the doctor was confused. He was looking for things to do to revive me. God came in. The main doctor, the one carrying on the operation, now told the other doctor, give her breath. So the doctor, the one that was beside me, the one that gave me the anesthesia, now I don't know what they did. Is it mouth-to-mouth respiration they call it? I hope I got the pronunciation right. So he now put his mouth, the oxygen he gave me wasn't working, so he now put his mouth on my inside my own mouth and was giving me breath. Like, he was giving me breath. One was tapping me like this. They were doing, oh my God. That was when your sister came back to life. That was when I started getting myself. I felt a little better then, and I can remember I started singing. While all these things were happening, the operator was still operating on me. So I heard so I started singing praises. I started crying. I started singing praises. I called God. I saw how my life almost left me, because if not for God, dear, I would have been long gone. God is faithful. God is faithful. God is faithful. And I'm using this that was how I gave birth. The doctor brought out the baby. That period was not easy, and it was not easy. Thank God I didn't commit suicide. Thank God that I didn't take my life, because I had a lot of things running through my mind then, because I felt my own is finished. I felt my life is finished. I felt there's nothing more to life, like there's nothing more for me. I felt like God has abandoned me. I felt like God has, in fact, God have done me undoable. Like he has done undoable to me. But thank God, look at me, I'm still hale and hearty, I'm still alive, like I'm still here taking care of my children. God is faithful. Sorry guys, I think I have to end this here, because it's really becoming so emotional for me right now, and I don't want to feel bad, even though I'm bad now. Like I feel so really bad remembering this. I think I just have to end this video here, okay? In case you've not subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to my channel. Check out my other videos I have down below. If there's anyone that catches your fancy, please subscribe to my channel. Please help me to share out my videos, the ones you find interesting, okay? Please help me to always share my videos. Thank you. And on this my video, in case you're seeing my face for the very first time, in my channel I make videos about experiences, motherhood, lifestyle, vlog. I'll see you guys in my next video.